Hi, it's Gina with Second Act Life Coaching, and I'm going to talk about getting clear on your intentions. Why do you want what you want? Because if you know me very well, then you know that I talk about leveraging your spiritual gifts to manifest what you want in the practical world where we live. When we learn to leverage our connection with spirit and with the universe, we are able to connect and get so much more of what we want, especially when we're really clear about what we want. And when I talk about what you want, we all want physical, material sorts of things, right? We want cars or jobs or relationships or that perfect house or whatever it is. And that's great. But the reason we want these things is because we think it's going to help us feel better. We want to feel better. And we think that these things are going to help us feel better. So when we get really clear on what those feelings are, what is the essence of what we want, then we are so much more able to tap into our connection with the universe. And thank you, Anna. I appreciate it so much. I love your hearts. And so we're able to leverage the universe. We're able to leverage our spirit or God or whatever it is that you believe in. That's your higher power. So, for example, when somebody says, "Oh, I really want a man in my life," I hear that all the time from my clients. I want a man in my life. I want that partner. That's great to want a partner because it's fun to have a partner. It's fun to have somebody to go out to dinner with and to be invited to parties with and drive up the coast with and all that stuff, and to help around the house and to do the regular day-to-day with. Partners are super fun. But if you want to attract a partner who's going to be a great partner for you and somebody you really want to keep in your life, get clear on why you want that person. So when I talk to my clients about why they want their partner, we get really clear. They maybe want to feel loved, or they want to feel protected, or they want to feel more fun in their lives. Maybe they already have everything they need. They're able to take care of themselves, but then they want to add more spice and more excitement to their life. But a lot of times when we dig down into the why and we get a little deeper into why we want certain things, we learn that there's maybe some unfinished work or some wounds that need to be healed first. Otherwise, the why of what we're chasing is not really going to serve us. For example, let's take the partner, because that's an easy one. We can all relate to wanting a partner, I think, from one point in our lives or another. And if we want a partner to fill the void, fill the loneliness, or take care of us financially, or let's see, what other reasons, to make us look good and make our ego look to the outside world that we have this great thing, and it's coming from a place of lack, then the partner that you attract from that place is probably not going to be a healthy connection for you. It's not going to serve your highest good, and it may hold you back in other areas of your life. When I worked with my clients last week on why do we want the things that we want, what are we bringing into our lives, and why, we talked about our values, and we talked about the feelings that we want to look for or that we're trying to attract. So some of the feelings and desires are freedom, passion. Maybe we want to feel more passion in our lives. Maybe we want to feel more healthy. Some people want certain things in their lives because they want to feel healthy. How about we just want to be happy? We want to feel loved. We want to feel alive. Or maybe we want to start that business because we want freedom, not naming any names or anything, but that's part of my why behind my passion about my business. To have freedom to spend time with my kids and to spend time traveling with my kids and being available for them when they're home from school, rather than being exhausted and not being my favorite mom that I want to be. So let's see. Some people are trying to buy a home, and a lot of people they want this certain home. And when they get really deep into why they want a certain home with certain features, sometimes that's coming from a place where, well, my best friend has this in her home, and I want to have that too because I want to look like I've made it. I know so many people who, when they really dig deep and they ask why it is that they want what they want, they can be surprised at some of their ego selves answering the questions. I want it because I want to appear to be this or that. And that's okay. There's no judgment. You should not have any judgment on why you want what you want, but just observe. Be the observer of what it is, of your desires. Be the observer of what it is that you're bringing in and how you feel about certain things. So that's another, okay, so the values. Let's talk about values, because if your values are in alignment with your desires, then you can feel so much more better about what you're bringing into your life. So let's use a relationship, I guess. So when you are trying to bring in whatever it is, and we're going to use a relationship as that thing that we want, and we're going to look at our values. So say our values are to, let me see, I have some examples here, to feel that freedom and passion and healthy and empowered. All of those things are things that I value or you might value. And then say you're looking for a relationship, and when you're making your man list or whatever, your list of things that you want in your relationship, and those things look like, oh, well, he's rich and he's got to be 6 feet tall and he has to look like this and he has to do this for a living and blah, blah, blah. Are your values aligned with that list of things that you say you want? Because if you go and attract this man who has all this money or has this certain lifestyle or job, he may not also be aligned with your values. So when we are trying to attract those things into our lives, try and spend some time with yourself and get really clear about why you want what you want. And check with yourself, are these things that I really want in alignment with the feelings I desire and the values that I hold dear to me? And you might surprise yourself, and you might also get really a lot more clarity about what it is you really want. Remember, like when I think about, like say this, a relationship that I am attracting, my relationship, when I have it, I will know the feeling that I will have because I will feel safe and joyful. It will be so much joy because he and I will do things, we'll have, similar interests and similar values about the way we like to live our lives, the way we raise our children, and that's going to feel really good. So, when we talked about this in the workshop about how to get clear on your intentions and what to do to bring these things into your lives, we did a thing that I want to help you do, and that's creating a scene. So if you get this thing in your mind that you want, then if you can create a target, an anchor scene. So you create a vision in your mind of having that thing, the car, the boyfriend, the new job, the new business that you're building, the home that you're going to live in. And get a picture in your mind of what it looks and feels like, and then really drop down into your heart and feel what it's like to be there. What's going on around you? Who's there with you in that scene? I created a scene because there's one of the dreams that I hold really dear is to be able to take my kids on ski trips, like real live ski trips, not the kind where we're really super tight on a budget, but ski trips where we're spending a week with like 2 other families in a condo right there on the slopes. So I'm creating an anchor scene around that desire. And this is what, what it looks like for me is my 2 boys and I are getting ready. We're packing for the trip and we're so excited. And one of my boys is like, he's reading off a list of things that we need. Do we have the sunscreen? Do we have our ski boots? Do we have our lift passes? All these things. And it's just a feeling of we're all working together toward the same goal, and it feels so good. And then my other son, he is like checking off, like, I want to go down this path, this thing. He's looking at a map on the computer of the ski resort, and he's planning out what he wants to do, and he's like, and then I want to have lunch here, and I want to do this, and can we get donuts? And I know what that feels like, and so I can anchor myself when I go into visualizing and attracting that desire. I anchor myself by going, and I practice that, and I revisit that scene every day just for a few minutes, and then I let it go. I send it out into the universe, and I let the universe do the work behind the scenes, because I know that the universe has my back. I am connected, and what I truly desire will come my way. That's why I want to get really clear on what I am intending to bring into my life. So I am really excited to share this stuff with you, because my passion is helping people learn that they are truly connected to the universe, and they can leverage their powers and their desires to live a life that feels so much more fulfilling and satisfying to them, and more passionate. So thank you very much. If you want to learn more about spiritual manifestation in a practical world, email me, and I'm happy to talk to you about it, or I'm happy to share some of the course material that I've developed for my workshop. And it will soon be a digital course that people can download online and take the course, take themselves through the course. But I am very thankful that you guys were here, and I hope you have a really beautiful Saturday night and rest of your weekend. Goodbye. Thank you so much.